true representation of this monumental celebration. He has taught at the University of Connecticut, St. Olaf, and Allegheny Colleges, Hampton University, and Columbia University. But I'll let him fill you in on the rest. Graduate of the class of 1965. 1965, 50 years ago. All right? Mr. William Wiggins.
Not ancient yet, but I'm working on it. So good to see you all. So let me begin by saying that I know that brevity is part of the spice of life. Not always, but I'm going to be brief and to the point. But be careful when you give a historian a microphone. They have a tendency to recount history. But I want to remind everyone here today that it begins with history, it ends with history, and one day we will all be history. What will your legacy and your history be? I'm in a house of prayer, and as a deacon, I would be remiss if I didn't give honor and recognition to our Creator, regardless of what you call our Creator. Our Creator is the author and finisher of our life. Again, you call him whatever you want to, but you must give honor and homage to him, and I do so today. He's the author and finisher of my life. I greet you all assembled here. I won't call names because you'll leave out a name, so I greet all of you with love and respect, and I'm just so glad to be here and humbled. This is your day. You graduates, it's not my day. And I want you to recognize that this is a special day. This is a once-in-a-lifetime day for you. I want you to remember it. Don't forget it. I never forgot mine. You won't graduate from high school again unless you decide to go back and do another curriculum someplace. I don't think you want to do that. This is also a once-in-a-lifetime day and experience for you parents and you mentors, your significant others, all of those who have helped you get to where you are today. Don't forget them. You had help along the way. You stood upon someone else's shoulders. They provided a foundation. You may not have liked some of that foundation, but it was good medicine. So congratulations once again. Again, my name is William B. Wiggins, and I was the president of the class of 1965. And I'm honored and humbled to be here. My wife is here as well. I just want to recognize her. She's sitting over there. She keeps me in line. Thank you very much for that. I'm going to hear it on the way back to Virginia. Again, this is my and my classmates' semi-centennial, or 50th year. And I want to just have you think for a moment about all those individuals I encountered over the last 50 years. Some of them are dead and gone, and I miss them dearly. But I represent all of them, not myself, all of the class of 1965, and you will be representing your classes down the road too. Don't forget your classmates, very important. Again, this is also the centennial or 100th anniversary of our school's graduation exercises. So it's pivotal. It's somewhat providential, I think. 50 years here, and double that, you got 100 years, and we should be looking forward to what? The second 100 years. The second 100 years. Let's keep that legacy going. Now, let me continue, and I'm going to be brief here. And that is that our school, formerly known as East New York Vocational and Technical High School, now known as East New York High School of Transit Technology and Transit Tech, among others, has a rich and glorious history. We have a legacy that we can be proud of, and we know that those after us will maintain that legacy. It's up to you all to keep our legacy alive and well. Our school prepared me and my classmates and others to be successful in our post-graduation endeavors. And you will be successful too if you choose to. It's up to you. you can accomplish what you will. As Marcus Garvey, and I've studied him well, said, again, you must lift yourself up and move forward. One of my classmates and lifelong friends, Arturo Lindsay, asked me to read a brief statement to you, and I'll do that very quickly. I paraphrased it to save time. We went on to school together at Central Connecticut State College. We ran track and field, etc. He is currently the chairperson, getting ready to retire from Spelman College, and that's the Department of Fine Arts in Atlanta, Georgia. He is currently in Panama, in the bush, working on an art project. I told him, I'm not ready to go there right now, Arturo. He's off the grid as well. I can't even communicate with him. At any rate, I was the class president, as I said, and he was the mayor of East New York High. We had a mayor then, but he was the mayor. So here's what he asked me to say. Dear graduates, I would like to share with you an experience I had during my graduation ceremony at East New York some 50 years ago. Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm, and you all probably know about Shirley Chisholm, unbought and unbossed. Again, she was the first African-American woman of Caribbean descent to be elected to Congress and was our graduation speaker. The Congresswoman told us to put a stick up our backs and walk tall. The message was repeated over and over again in my mind during the most difficult times of my life. Times when I thought I just could not make it, but I did. That day, Congresswoman Chisholm helped me put a stick up my back and believe in myself. Her statement helped me to feel proud of myself. She made me realize that if I truly believed in myself, that I could make it. Regardless of how many people told me that I would fail. Don't let anyone tell you that. I emphasize that. I continued to believe in me, and I made it. Another reason I was able to succeed is because of the friends I chose to keep. Some wise person once told me, you cannot fly like an eagle if you're hanging out with turkeys. Some turkeys do fly, but not high. Successful people choose their friends very carefully. Your speaker, Dr. William Wiggins, was an eagle I flew with from East New York to Central Connecticut State College and beyond. I wish you the very best for the future. Arturo Lindsay. Again, it was so good to see him recently, and we plan to come back and walk the halls of Transit Tech once again, where we used to practice track and field, running down the hallway and just making all kinds of racket, but having a good time. My younger brother, Roger Wiggins, graduated in 1967, and I told him I wouldn't come here without giving a shout out, and I'm going to give a shout out. He's in North Carolina now. He went on to be one of Chappie James's flight line mechanics at the Nang Air Force Base in Vietnam. And he's a proud vet, and I'm proud of my younger brother. He went on to be a vice president at Morgan Stanley. Why do I mention that? Not to brag or boast, but I didn't know, nor did he, that the aviation mechanic piece that we had with our technical studies would ultimately end up landing on Wall Street. I even worked on Wall Street for Basin Company for a while. You can do anything that you choose to because we were prepared for vocational education, technical education. We had our humanities as well. We had our English. We had our literature within English, of course. And of course, we had math and science to go with it. There are many other loyal sons of East New York, and now we have loyal daughters of East New York for Transit Tech. I wish the loyal daughters were there when I was at Transit at East New York High. I mean, I hope I'm not out of line, but we had a sister school. Clara Barton was our sister school. And while I liked my male classmates, let me leave it alone. I just drop it right there. So loyal daughters of Transit Tech from East New York High, we are so glad you are here. In closing, I, as a historian and an aviation mechanic, thank all of those East New York High professionals who prepared me and my colleagues to be successful. I had a wonderful track and field career, and I'm currently helping to coach Francina McCrory, the 400-meter runner in Hampton, Virginia. She's taken my advice, and she's #1 in the world so far. I still believe, and they can't tell me I did not win the 1965 high hurdle championships at Randall's Island, now Icon Stadium, but they gave it to Reggie Williams because he had a bigger nose, I think. And so they gave that to him. However, I still believe I won that high hurdle championship. I went on to be able to run against Frank Shorter, Calvin Hill, Grant Hill's father, Willie Davenport. I did pretty well. I was kind of fast in my day. I'm a little slower today. Wish I could get some of that speed back. East New York also taught me to be a musician, and I think I was pretty successful at that. I was an Honor Society member and was honored to be the president of the Honor Society and multiple award recipient at East New York High and beyond. My education was a rich one, and I thank God and all of those who helped me get through it, from Central Connecticut State College to Kent State University, and finally to Princeton University in Princeton, New Jersey, where I concluded my graduate work. I served as an academic administrator, a public figure for what that is worth, and spent time at the University of Connecticut, Columbia University, and beyond. I can boast that I helped establish the first dean at Columbia University, the Intercultural Resource Center, the IRC. So I think I left a little bit behind when I leave this earth. So again, but it's not about me, it's about you all. I'm only saying that because I'm just a bill. I'm a humble person. Again, you have to understand that you should not think more highly of yourself than you should, but you can accomplish what you will. And let me say that I think I represented us well on C-SPAN with Brian Lamb and in other endeavors, but again, I remain humble and understand. As Principal Lyman pointed out, Booker T. Washington had a significant role in his thinking. Well, I looked at Booker T. Washington's ID card down at Hampton University when I chaired the history department and did research on him and Marcus Garvey's, a comparative research piece. So I walked the grounds that Booker T. Washington walked at Hampton University. Finally, we must never forget our alma mater as we travel life's highways. We will embark again on another 100 years. You are all the present and you are the future too. Don't have people just say you're the future, you're the present. Don't think you're just going to do things in the future. You should be doing something now. A final thought, though fanciful but unrealistic, is don't get old. Don't get old. But, and the but always gets in the way. As Langston Hughes said, you will get old. But as you do, never stop being a student of life, an achiever, in spite of the vicissitudes, that is the hardships of life. I want to throw a 50-cent word in there every now and then. Again, those vicissitudes of life, just keep moving forward. Be thankful. Godspeed, God bless you, and thank you very much. And if I do leave a little early, it's because I've got to go to Hampton, Virginia tonight, so forgive me. Love you all. Thank you.